Hello friends, my name is Old Man Cloud. I upload occasional Bazaar gameplay video to my small little YouTube channel here. Hope you're enjoying. Going to be playing some more Pig this morning. Coffee in hand, so all is good in the world. Still keen to get a run going with Pig's new items, or I guess they're no longer new, but items from the last prize passes. No kimono, so the scarf scaling dream is over. But yeah, haven't really had a chance to play with them. My impression is that they seem to be designed to kind of fill this mid-game gap that Pig had, where their kind of scaling hasn't quite gone fully online yet. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. Hopefully they appear. Also very keen to get a trip to the expedition going, on camera at least. I've been once on a non-recorded run that I did. Was also devastated to see that the Pygmalion skin that I really wanted from last recorded run is one of the expensive weekly cosmetics. $20 dues. That's a lot. That's a lot for a fella like me. Not sure I want it that badly. So we need to bear in mind that we need to get lots of stuff for our board here. Small items aren't really what I'm looking for, to be honest. Let's take a medium item. Something.
Now that's given up.
We really need to find a decent vendor
I spent half my life.
if we want to have any chance at all on day one.
9 years.
Sure,
If it's not right for you, bring it back.
that's
I
something.
want you to be happy.
What do you want us to sell? You want us to sell weapons. It's an early Cures? Not again. Here we go again. It's an early LK.
The exercise.
And anyway, I really should just save myself the effort and look up how to pronounce it. Look, we're losing no matter what here,
My people.
but let's play it out.
Boring.
In 100 years when you are dust, I will remain.
This looks like a pretty strong day one Mac build. Mac's going poison is certainly quite brave at the moment. As far as I'm aware, the the heal impact on poison is still the same. It hasn't been hotfixed, even though it could probably use it. And that heal still gets rid of... What is it? It gets rid of 10% of poison. So incredibly strong counter to poison. So probably not the time that you want to be playing poison, I would say, in this meta, but who knows.
Send me your huge items.
Small weapon to
Now
sell.
sell me something.
I mean, it's a pretty
Something
early.
huge.
Regal Blade is not. Oh, okay. Now it's silver, so now we're a little pot committed.
Huge
It's not the
thing.
greatest scaler, but it's something. Let's take a look at. To be honest, I thought that was the skill one. Forgot that you needed to have the You needed to have a friend or toy in order to take that one, which I very much did not. Oh well. Let's go for CDR. Wouldn't say no to the weapon to sell. Certainly wouldn't say no to the skill. And we probably want right eye on our Regal Blade. Could make a case for it on flail even, with how the Lombard scaling works, but let's put it on our Regal Blade, I think.
You stop me.
That was one of the relatively few bad outcomes, but oh well.
My battle days are over. But my
Lumbor's
life
upgrade.
enjoy the thrill of battle.
Don't think we're going into a Beast of Burden type build. Some cheap
Hey, when you
weapons
carry my
are
weapon,
good for our
I
scaling
fight
here.
alongside you.
In fact, I'm even going to sell out here, seeing as we never really got anything
Use it
going.
well. Make me proud.
Which means we're not going to be filling up our board today, which is of course bad. Might just take a bronze item actually in the hopes of something we can put on the board. Better than nothing. And we probably want to be upgrading
We take
Upgrading the ATM doesn't make sense really because it's a when you buy it type deal. So we'll upgrade our flails. Not a great square pig build, and square pig build seems to be very out of the meta. We also haven't scaled our health at all. Not a huge amount going for us, to be honest. It's pig weapon versus... It's weapon pig versus weapon Vanessa, I should say. I feel like we scale... As long as we get a second salvo off, which we should. Oh, if you didn't crit! If you didn't crit, we win, I think. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. I'm pretty sure if that wasn't a crit, we won. Okay. Something needs to happen, brother. Get me out of here. They were not what we were looking for.
I'm finished with fighting.
That is what we're looking for. Atlas Stone is kind of tempting. I've seen it's possible to make work. It's possible to make work, and I think in worst case we just sell it.
Action.
And we get the buff anyway. It can't work, can it? It's just so slow. It's just so slow. I assume upgrading it reduces its cooldown. I've got to give it a shot. And who do we want here? I think we'll take the Aetheryte.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Chance to grab the ticket here as well, which would be nice. Definitely want it before day 9. So we have ended up in a square pig build, at least for the time being. I'm certainly not at all opposed. Oh, we want to fix right eye, of course. Certainly not at all opposed. Oh, we got the ticket, which is nice. Not at all opposed to pivoting in another direction, is what I've been trying to say.
Now this is my food.
Especially if we can start increasing our health, that opens up some nice avenues for us. No bronzes that we want to
You
upgrade.
might prefer Argente's training. She's,
Sure.
It takes
Flat
real
crit across the
confidence
board.
to let a kid train you. I'm impressed.
Do you have any really small things?
None of these are weapons. What are you? Interesting. Nothing we really want here, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
And our Regal Blade scaling has fallen
Maybe
right
next
off.
time?
It's on the chopping block, I think.
I should warn you. I don't like other Jabarians.
We're out to dethrone a king.
But then so is our entire board. Our entire board is on the chopping block. None of this is good. Look at this scuffed Vanessa build. Harpoon and 2 spare spaces, and we're still in danger of losing. We're just so slow. I think we get there, thankfully. Just.
Bring
Yeah,
her about.
just.
I've got another salvo with me.
We'd love to pick up an Atl if this is what we're doing. If we're doing square pig, may as well do it right. That's some scaling at least. Should have kept it
I
for
love this
bronze
company.
merchant.
Thank you. What else
Really
can I
need to
get
start
for you?
paying more attention to that. 3 or more weapons, which I do. So you're a good scaler. I mean, you have to be better than
Those
Atlas
are
Stone, I think.
for a reason. Buy more.
No weapons here. And I think let's go for... Juggler scares me. Juggler scares me.
Prepare to be boarded, sea scum.
Wonder if there's an interesting crow's nest build we could do. Certainly scales quite nicely. 25 damage across the board.
Now I'll never captain a ship.
But we do not have the greatest of square weapons. Yeah, sure, we'll take it. Pig's skill pool is usually so scuffed. Sorry, hit the mic there. Usually so scuffed that it's almost not even worth protecting it. Let's earn some money and grab a weapon. That is a terrible
It's
looking
all
weapon.
about motivation. You gotta know what you're fighting for.
So are these, mind you. Let's take a little bit of health scaling. We're not improving much, it's got to be said. So not really. Oh, you're cool. Bit late though, although we are only on 1 win. We do have ways of scaling it as well. Sure, let's try that.
I'd say the results are evident, wouldn't you?
See how we go with that. We can just stick in the bag for the time being anyway.
Are you sure? Noticed I'm huge?
Of course there were.
My dreams are too...
Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. Anyway, Jabalian Drummer. So you scale worse than... Wait, give me back my penny. You scale more nastily than we do, I think, but we hit a bit harder and have I think we had an XP advantage. They probably have more long-term potential though. You don't see too many square pigs around these days. Do feel like we were kind of forced into it though. Really need to be scaling our blade a bit better.
If I could just sell 1,000 more, our owner
Do we
might
just sell the
notice me.
stone? Surely not doing... It has to go off twice, which is 16 seconds just to do anything. It's so bad. It's so bad. Sorry. It's just so bad. And I want the scaling.
It's just math.
So we're going to be scaling a fair bit of value if we're visiting merchants. Which we probably want to do because of how bad our board is. And visiting merchants also improves us with backroom dealings, which is nice. Here's a bit tricky. Would quite like this upgrade. Would quite like you in the bag. Flower probably doesn't have a long-term potential anyway, so maybe missing out on it is not the worst thing in the world. And double whammy we're way too early to be using, so maybe that wasn't quite as good as it looked. Pretty sure we can take anyone here, but let's go after this lad.
Hold really still, okay? Hey.
Wouldn't mind some haste from a medium item. I think hasting our Regal Blade is probably doing more than the items to the left. We just need to make sure that we stick with 3 weapons or more, so long as we're sticking with Showcase. This very much feels like a mid-game item. This has no place on the board late game. Shadowed Cloak. Doesn't work too well with Regal Blade because of how slow Blade is. Shadow Cloak works with quick items, which we definitely want to have in the future, so I'm definitely not selling it. But then that puts me in a bit of a difficult position, not being able to afford much.
Diamonds come in small boxes.
Let's roll and think about it later. Wouldn't mind the loop. But other than that, actually I really want to buy the pepper spray for the scaling, so we're going to have to sell something. I think it might be time for boars to go. I don't think we really need the scaling. And we can stick you like this, so at least the flail gets scaled an awful lot. Maybe could have made a case for sticking with boars and getting rid of Showcase, but let's stick with what we're doing for the time being. And we are in desperate need of a cash injection, that's for sure. Now we can afford a bit more by selling.
On behalf of the Grand Society of
We want to give our value to you.
There's fun size, and then there's boring size.
Yeah, the fixer-up is already getting up there in value.
Ah, moving up in the world.
So we can definitely think of a fixer-upper pivot. Problem is that the fixer-upper is a strong item because you enchant it. Our fixer-upper already has the golden enchantment, which is what is kind of what made it what made it worth picking up later on in the game than it would be otherwise. This is a really strong item, obviously. And you can ruin our life as well. Don't destroy my Regal Blade, brother. doesn't appear to have destroyed anything, and I'm not entirely sure why, but it doesn't matter. And yeah, so obviously we don't want to overwrite the golden enchantment, but then you kind of question what point is having it on the board even. For the time being though, it's almost worth keeping it just for the fact it's scaling gold so exponentially. Well, not exponentially, but it's scaling gold very quickly. And it's going to be a huge cash injection at one point, if nothing else.
Bazaar's a crazy place.
You're one of our new items that help with value a lot. We're getting a fair bit of gold, and definitely will... Cash cannon? I think we buy and sell it rather than hold on to it at this stage. Don't think we really need it. Yeah, Regal Blade hasn't really been getting there at all. And a non-weapon vendor won't help either. Can we take the Lich? Don't think so. Could consider a pivot into one of these lads. Forklift still just seems too slow even though it's been buffed. Crane is certainly a very interesting item. I say that, am I about to lose? It's very close. If that crit, 6% chance, we lost. Never weapon. We also want a weapon that benefits from Shadow Cloak, so an Atalata would be a great pickup.
Sale, no sale. I used to offer a free ride home.
You're a seller? I just can't be bothered with Ledger these days, man. I know, especially with the build we've got, or with Golden Fixer Upper Ledger is really, really strong. I just honestly can't be bothered. I will have and hold a Globe though.
Really gonna enjoy that.
And we definitely want to upgrade something. Fixer Upper will get upgraded by itself in enough time. I mean, I think even though we're not super set on the square build,
My work is for the glory
upgrading the
of
Crook is really strong for us. Toys. There have to be strong toys, right? Not too many square toys though, as far as I'm aware. Just gonna take the freebie. There's a chance it was a weapon as well, which would have been nice. Alright, I feel like we're not super strong here, but we keep on doing okay in PvP up against the Jeep.
You are a child to me, and I will punish you.
Interesting. All talk. Small weapon. What's this lad do? This is one of the new relics. These do seem like a cool mechanic. I should try playing with them at some point. Only problem being, of course, it involves playing as Mac. Question is whether we get a second swing with our Regal Blade here, especially with the slow. Actually, that's not the question at all. We don't need the second swing. Alright, coffee's done, which is very sad. Now, health is getting up there with the health scaling we've got. Definitely could consider a pivot into a health-based build. This Fixer Upper is getting pretty juicy, isn't it? And in fact, I'm going to visit the merchant there partly just for the Fixer Upper buff. And sure, I'll take the showcase. Even though scaling 35, I still don't think it's a long-term part of our plans.
Well, howdy.
Curio as a merchant and a good buy-seller of weapons.
To see that final.
Maybe Regal Blade can finally get going. Probably should have put the buff on. Not sure why I should have put the buff on.
That's quality.
Probably should have thought about it at any rate. This lad's apparently pretty busted, right? Start of each day gain 4 value. When you sell this, get an enchanted friend from any hero. I mean, that seems strong just in itself.
That's been sitting there 20 years.
Instead of sticking with it, I'm just going to try selling it now. I mean, it's too late, unfortunately, for a scaler. But man, that's a strong item, that little egg. Bloody hell. That's a very strong item.
That's a bargain.
Definitely want you on you. Regal Blade is now
Well, you're doing
looking a lot better.
clean up the bazaar.
A lot better. Don't benefit from anything else. I guess we could have put shield and Fixer Upper, but whatever. Let's go for a bonk. Go for a cheeky bonk. and we get to go on the expedition on day 9. Although I don't think we're particularly well set up to fight the expedition. I don't have a huge amount of knowledge. I've gone on the expedition once and haven't looked up its mechanics at all. Seems just to be like a little kind of choose your own adventure, like kind of a few nodes in one. Don't know whether we'll be able to clear it with our build. We're certainly not that strong.
All about moderate.
Definitely want
Toss
belt.
that on my back, and I'll trot it to your
Do we
door.
care about showcase anymore? Yeah, look, the buff is nice, but I don't think it's really what we're looking for at the moment.
If it's not right for you, bring it back.
Or at least I should say it's falling off very significantly in effectiveness at the moment.
I used to offer a free ride home, but people
Regal
always
Blade is
leave.
starting to get up there. Lots of value here when we want it, either on the board or just by selling it. Lots of max health as well.
Joy of more. Bring it in.
Pig skill's just so bad. There has to be something for us here, right? First time you lose a large, regen items, first time you freeze. Let's get that in the hopes that we find a way to freeze. But yeah, just not very good items. Let's keep on. You're cool. Golden dog. Interesting. Interesting chap. Stop tempting me. Let's re-roll. If we see something we really want, we can always sell out. Oh, geez. 3 enchanted small items is pretty cool. Do I want to sell out of Golden Fixer-Upper now? What would convince me to put this on the board? It'd have to be probably Force Field or something along those lines. Maybe we just cash out now. As cool as it is, it's probably not really working with what we're doing. We can't enchant it without overriding the golden and decreasing its value significantly. But then on the flip side, what enchanted small items am I really looking for? After all that, I've decided to hold firm for the time being. Let's hold firm for the time being. What items do we want to improve the board? We want Lion's Cane. A double whammy pivot would be tempting, but I prefer Lion's Cane for the time being. Atlatl. What else? I'm sure there's more that I'm not thinking of. Death of 1,000 Cuts here. Just a much better build. Our cloak is doing very little as well. Not on lethal yet though. The pig lives to fight another day. We're going to get to go on our expedition, which is exciting. Got to take a look here.
Master merchant, I can.
Got to take that upgrade as well. Is this a pig's gym build? Don't think so. There we go. So now we may have to cash out here. It's so valuable, my goodness. We got it to diamond. And it shields so much. But if we're keeping that, we need to keep rewards card as well. This means we could sell out of 16 and get to 18, but it's not worth. We can't quite get there. So the only way we can get to the Lion's Cane, which we 100% need, is by selling either rewards card and or Golden Fixer-Upper, which is a shame. Which is a real shame because they work so well together, but we just have to get the Lion's Cane. And if we're playing the Lion's Cane, it probably means we're not playing this. For the time being, let's just sell the rewards card. But then I think we're also very likely to sell the Golden Fixer-Upper. But we absolutely had to grab that Lion's Cane. So we're now a health scaling build. Not interested in these. These are all bad. Seeing as we're very broke, let's just take that. I guess we could look at transforming... Let's go after you. We could look at transforming the Fixer-Upper looking for an Ice Club. But then anything we transform it into, chances are it's not going to benefit from the Golden Enchant. If it can even get the Golden Enchant. And we lose the value we've been stacking on it. So I'm disinclined to... acquiesce to your request. No, I'm disinclined to enchant it, I'd prefer to cash out, I think. Still holding on to Shadow Cloak because of Atlatl.
If I don't have what you need,
Gotta be some good stuff for us
you
here.
find who-
Alright, well Spiky Shield makes things awfully interesting, doesn't it? Spiky Shield plus a very, very strong fixer-upper that goes off an awful lot. That's pretty strong. I did say Spiky Shield, Force Field, or, you know, items of that type are the only things that could convince me to pivot into this. But then we have to get rid of our square build, which has come together quite nicely now. Ah, man. Especially if we compare it with a balcony. I think we grab it
Oh, I think you
and consider
really
this
deserve
pivot,
that.
which means we now have like no space in our inventory. Thankfully, nothing here that I want to buy, so I don't have to deal with it for the time being. And let's just take... Oh, man. I don't want to get rid of anything is the issue. Let's take the gold so we can delay making a decision about our inventory.
People first, profit 10.
We want rewards card if we're holding on to this. Aye, yeah. Jabalian Drum is interesting as well. Maybe Flail is really doing very little. Maybe get rid of Flail and bring in Shadow Cloak, even though Shadow Cloak doesn't do much either with our items going so slowly. But it's something, I suppose. That then clears off 2 inventory spots, which is enough to grab you and re-roll. What are you? Nah, not what we're doing here. So now we really do kind of have 2 different builds, one on the board and one in the stash. I don't know what to play. Fixer up a Spiky Shield.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend.
Or what we've got going here. Can we do a hybrid? Maybe. Could include Lion's Cane. Maybe that's the play. Anyway, we'll see how this fight goes here. I feel like we should be fine. We have so much health and hit really, really hard. The Shadow Cloak on Lion's Cane actually doing work here. We're gonna be fine, right? Right? Lion's Cane, please? Oh god! What on earth? How did we lose that? Oh man, that was... I guess their life preserver procced, but that is such a bad build. Sorry, brother, but I mean, what? I'm not to talk. You thoroughly beat me, but that was humiliating. All right, well that I think has convinced me that we need to go with a golden fixer-upper build because that was just atrocious. So we rework the whole build. We're not playing you. We're not playing you. I don't think we're playing you either. I think we want something like this. We can hold on to the Lion's Cane. I mean, rewards card obviously we don't want on the board, but it is what it is. Keep the belt for defensiveness. Yeah. We want crit chance probably on Lion Cane still, and you can go. So we are playing a weird type of hybrid build, but I think it was the right call. And now we can go on the expedition. Okay, don't really know how it works. Presumably poison, high damage, fire. I think we probably go best against fire because of our shielding. And now having chosen fire, looks like we have a choice of blowguns, caltrops, or boulder. It has to be caltrops, right? The only item that we use a lot is Fixer Upper, and I think then it's going to shield enough to overcome the caltrops. Yeah, this was the right call, right? Yeah. So we win this. I don't think we get a reward from this lad or from this trap or whoever this is. We just get to the vault. And then we get a lot of monies and an upgrade. I don't know why this is showing up as synergy with Golden Fixer Upper, because that is definitely not upgradable. Is that it? And then we get a type of boss battle by the looks of it. Upgrade your leftmost bronze tier item. I don't know why it thinks we have synergy there. At any rate, I'm going to put the damage onto Lion's Cane. Sell, and hold on to just in case. And then, I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea which of these. I don't know what any of them do. I'm going to go after the easiest one. The easiest one, because I don't care about money and I just want to win to see what we get. I guess maybe you do get something off this lad. At any rate, I think we should be fine. Got to keep a lookout for balcony and phonograph. I think even with the way they changed how cooldown works, phonograph has to be one of the strongest items in the game. Shield items have plus shield equal to poison on the opponent. Completely irrelevant, but let's grab it in case we get a poisoner. And then, oh, this is level up, so this isn't part of the expedition. This is really boring, but I think we take it. And we put it on Lion's Cane. Or do we put on Spiky Shield? I think we put it on Lion Cane. They're both, you can make a case for either of them, but with the amount of health we have, I think we're going to be sticking with this combo for the foreseeable future. And then we get a choice of relics. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Enchant an item with Toxic. I don't think any of them are making the board, right? You're interesting. When any player uses an item, freeze it, so it's Iceberg. When any item gains freeze, remove all freeze from it. Presumably that's just your own items. When you freeze, your weapons gain... What does this lad do? So whenever I use an item, it gets frozen but then gets automatically unfrozen. Which gives me 10 damage and 10 shield. Don't really think that fits. Don't really think this works. So I guess we take Poisonous Enchant. But yeah, obviously the expedition's so strong. There's a huge gulf between players who make the expedition and those who don't. So we can sell that. Even though it looks like, did we miss out on all of day 9? I guess that kind of makes sense. And then we want to enchant the Spiky Shield with Toxic. Nice. Knowing we were having the Toxic enchant coming up, maybe it would have been better off swapping these enchants, but anyway. And then that's it for the time being. We go up against this. Vanessa. So we are a kind of hybrid build here, which is interesting. We've got the Fixer Upper Spiky Shield build on the left, and we've got the health scaling build on the right. And thankfully, I think we should do fine against eels. Especially the Radiant Lion's Cane is going to do a lot of work for us. Actually, I take it all back. What on earth? I feel like, I guess they scaled massively with a very big orange Julian and then scaled their eels, which are restorative, but I am surprised we got destroyed to that extent. I mean, there's no real great enchants for us. Actually, maybe with how awful that was. We're taking damage enchant. Do we override Radiant? Or do we put on Fixer Upper? But then that loses a value, which then makes shield worse. I think we're putting it on Lion's Cane, overriding Radiant, which is a bit of a shame.
Too far to fail now.
But now we don't really want to get rid of either side of our board. They both seem relatively strong.
Take your time. I'm pretty.
Let's see how we go at any rate. Nothing here. Attle and Phonograph.
Is free. I like these.
Okay, there's a lot to, well, I mean, Attle, actually, I don't know why I bought that. I was thinking I still had the square crook build. Phonograph, I think we might be getting rid of Spiky Shield. I think play it something like this. And just use Golden Fixer Upper for its defense, as crazy as that seems. I think this is the play. And it sucks to have wasted the enchant on it, but we didn't really have much else to enchant either. And we really look at boosting health to the extent possible. You're never making the board though, and you have to be on the board to do anything. Double whammy is interesting, but I think having put the enchant on Lion Cane, we're now kind of all in on the Lion Cane plan.
The dunes are waves or a sea of gold.
Pendulum, of course, would make me rethink the whole setup. So we're relying on Lion Cane to do all our damage basically, which is a bit of a problem because it means we're very susceptible to disruption now that we've taken the Radiant enchant off it. Geez, that's a strong skill. Now I wish I'd built the build a bit differently because it only has 12% crit chance. I would happily take a Crow's Nest somehow now. None of these do anything for us. Geez, that's pretty strong. I don't think it really fits with what we're doing. I think it's too late there, too late there. Yeah, they were borderline, but I don't think any of those quite fit. There have to be some good Pygmalion skills for us. It's good health scaling, especially with how much money we have. Not really. Not really. Let's take some property. Let's purchase some properties. Me when I'm an Australian investor.
You're not getting
These
hurt
can be
on purpose
properties.
just to come see me. Feel better.
Don't think you're making it back on the board. We'll sell you while we've got the lemonade stand. Now let's hold on to the lemonade stand actually.
Why do my people live in forests? Those cities where the wounds are.
None of these scale us because they're not small items or properties. So that's as much as we can get today. Alright. Shame we're not able to make more use of Foreboding Winds, but let's see how we go. I mean, we're certainly not going to 10, but maybe we can make the run respectable if we get to 7. Ooh, this it looks bad. I don't know enough about it to properly judge, but it certainly looks very bad. That's a nice crit. 12% chance. I was about to say we could use a crit to keep us alive here. We certainly take that. Crow's Nest is what we need.
Come with no weapons?
You're a property.
With big your aura.
And you're small.
What you needed.
Me when I'm inspecting a Melbourne apartment. You're gone. Property.
I can feel our energies resonating.
So we are scaling our health quite nicely here. And we're scaling Golden Fixer Upper. It's kind of all working together. Take some health scaling that are also small items for Lemonade Stand. Foreboding Winds is just so good. We got to find a way to take advantage of that. We got to find a way to pump up that crit chance. Don't think any of these are any good for us. I guess maybe we can make use of your skills somehow with Fixer Upper. Of course, we have a free spot on the board as well. Haven't really been bothered filling it just because it don't seem to be many small items that can make a significant difference, but who knows. Level up is going to be great for us because we get more health, and you have a decent chance of having a belt upgrade. Never lucky, but property and property. Don't need you. No belt upgrade, that's rough. You're not a property. Adjacent toys. You're certainly very cool. And you start with such high value. Increase max health equal. Maybe this is better for us than Fixer Upper. Starts with 96 value. Actually, it'll go down, of course, because it doesn't sell for quite as much. It sells for 48. I think we value the defense more. That's a good get. Definitely take the increased health. Not really after small items. Although we do have the spot available. Let's see if there's something that works. I mean, that's something. It does something. The other ones we buy, sell. Ice Luge is interesting.
Whoever said money can't buy class had neither.
Ice Luge is very interesting. Do we want to play this? It would be used. We can't use it with Lion Cane. It just isn't worth it. We want it with an item that goes a lot, like Fixer Upper. I think we do play it instead of Fixer Upper, which means we don't need you, or not instead of Fixer Upper, instead of Rewards card. To get Fixer Upper going off every 2 seconds is pretty massive, and in fact, it makes it instantaneous with the ammo, which we actually don't want because it can only go below 1. So having the extra ammo actually really hurts us here. Oh well, we'll see how we go. We really only want the Ice Luge to go off once.
I'm huge.
If you knew
Maybe that makes it worth putting it next to Lion Cane
would
then.
stand aside.
Anyway, we're going to kill this Mac in 1 hit, hopefully. Unless something goes horribly wrong. Yeah, your regen isn't going to save you, brother.
I lost everything long
Satisfying
before
crit
you
as
were
well.
born. This is
So that got down to 2 seconds, then got refroze. So actually with the way cooldown works now, that cooldown reduction should happen instantly. So it should affect the current charge up, which makes it worth it to run it with Lion Cane as well. Let's see how that works in the PvP fight, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Continue. This value is off the charts. You're interesting. I think we grab you to play in PvP fights. In PvE fights, sorry.
Do you have to leave already?
Which means we won't get to see how Ice Luge works with Lion Cane, but I'm pretty sure that's right, what I said. I think we take Gumballs here. Although Curio is also great. Slow Gumballs, I'm afraid. Such a shame we're on lethal, because we're going to eventually come up against a build that just counters ours really well. Because it is a really interesting build, I think. It's quite rare that you see this type of hybrid build in the Bazaar. So we're hybrid between value scaling and health scaling. So, pretty sure we can take on Arkan because we're going to kill you in 1 hit, right? How much health do you have? Maybe we don't kill you in 1 hit. Anyway, I'm kind of curious to find out. No, we do kill you in 1 hit. So we get a little bit more value scaling. Tiny bit of value scaling from VIP Pass, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. We'd love to upgrade Phonograph. Thank you. We'd also love to upgrade Belt for the increased health, which massively increases the damage. But I think getting the cooldown reduced by a further 5% is better? I think so.
Sharpen, reinforce.
4.2 seconds is really nice.
I see the gold gleam.
Keep on
in your
scaling.
eye.
Balcony.
I can work with that.
Balcony is really good with Golden Fixer Upper, but we just can't fit on the board. We can't get rid of any of our medium items. So unfortunately that doesn't work, but we will buy sell it because it's property.
Farewell. A wise
Same deal here.
investment, Mr. Pygmalion.
48, I think I'll draw the line there. but I'll buy sell a small item for lemonade stand.
Seed, my friend.
This is back to the old days of insufferably long pig runs, isn't it? Heal and regen we don't really want. Chocolate bars, sure. Sure, I'll take the chocolate bars. Even though I can't take them all. Pretty sure VIP pass is just a very marginal, very marginal benefit. Possibly should have taken the higher tier ones, but we don't have that much money. So I'm pretty sure this is actually really good. I wonder how it works with Radiant. If the Lion Cane had been Radiant,
Go ahead.
I guess it doesn't get frozen, but it still gets the CDR. That's kind of a cool synergy. This should be fine, because you only freeze small.
Next time,
Sorry, brother.
less
I don't think we
blunder,
needed the crit there.
more plunder.
We're a pretty fast one-hit build with the phonograph and with the Ice Luge. Although the Ice Luge itself takes 5 seconds, so it's only coming into play if the Lion Cane gets frozen or slowed independently. Which is interesting. Maybe the Ice Luge isn't that good. I wasn't taking that into account. Let's have a look. There's got to be better smalls. And we're going to buy sell everything anyway with lemonade
You
stand.
want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice.
So much health.
Shall I gift wrap it for you?
Would love to get the belt upgrade. It's so much value on Golden Fixer Upper, that's pretty crazy.
Perhaps someday we'll
Property,
discuss some more
property,
serious transaction.
more health scaling. Property, but 24, I think we'll draw the line given we don't have that much money now, but 12 I'll happily take.
My goal, but you won't see
You're also tempting because you give me 2 interesting. Interesting, but yeah, I don't think it quite works. I think I prefer the setup we got here. Don't know who you are, brother, but I like my chances. I like my chances. Oh, you're the lad that's different lads. You've got a bunch of different items. But I don't think we really care because we just go pew. Turns out health scaling pig still pretty strong. Phonograph's still one of the best items in the game.
Now that's given up.
We also don't really have much in the way of skills that are helping us at all. Although if we can get our crit chance up, that becomes really strong, of course.
Seek this power for my own gain, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing.
To share it.
That's just so busted.
All I can.
So that is immediately going to help us with charging our weapon based on Fixer Upper going off. And I think we got to take a look at other skills, right?
You have at least a grain of wisdom. Since you have
That's pretty good. More survivability. We'll grab that. Alright, I feel like we've improved quite a bit today.
is my reward.
Still going to take a look at non-weapon items.
Discounts for peace.
Small,
Glad we
small.
could share this experience today.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Friend,
And cheap property.
glad you
So much health scaling. Ice Luge I'm not convinced about, but I think especially with mixed message now, it kind of makes sense to have it. Dually. Dually. Dino Dually can ruin our day, I'm sure. The new Dino seems super strong, and of course item destruction can be really bad for us. Small or medium, so if you destroy Lion's Cane, we lose. Come on, Lion's Cane, get there before you get destroyed. It got there. Oh, we lose anyway. How strong are they? What on earth? Why did we not kill them? Oh, I guess this lad. Anyway, this Dino build seems super strong. Super fun pig run, kind of 2 archetypes squashed together, which was quite enjoyable. I hope that you enjoyed the run. If I decide to upload it, I probably will. It was a fun run. It was a success. 7 wins. We count those. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the content. I'm a tiny little channel and it means a great deal to me. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.